Have you ever fancied an around-the-world trip? Well, one adventurer from Russia is doing just that. Not by boat, not by car or plane, but by hot air balloon. Meet Fedor Konyakhov. He's 64 years old and is hoping to make a world record attempt. Fedor is a famous adventurer and is hoping to fly around the world in a hot air balloon and beat the current record of 15 days held by Steve Fawcett from America.
Мы этот проект давно готовили, и наконец-то он подходит к завершению. Мы получили шар, получили гондолу, сейчас будем отправлять в Австралию.
I was planning this project for more than 10 years, and today I received the equipment that will help me to do this round-the-world flight. I received the gondola and the envelope, and we're now shipping to Australia. Today was the acceptance day, and we are pleased to see the equipment ready to go to Australia.
And how do you feel ahead of this big adventure?
Какие у тебя ощущения перед предстоящим проектом?
Ну, волнительные. Но я давно ждал этот проект, и я больше 14 лет мы готовились к этому проекту. Волнительно.
I'm excited and worried because it's a huge project, and it's a solo project. I will be by myself flying around the world. So I'm excited but a little bit worried.
Now you're probably wondering what this has to do with Bristol. Well, the special hot air balloon that Fedor will be using to travel around the world has been made right here in our city, and he's here at the moment testing it all out. Cameron Balloons in Bedminster have spent the last 8 months or so making the special balloon that's suitable for Fedor's trip. When inflated, this balloon stands at 52 metres high and is the same width as 2 double-decker buses.
Well, it's built for an around-the-world flight, and Fedor Konyakhov, the Russian pilot, is actually doing his first training this morning with the gondola, so it's quite exciting. Yes, he's testing the burners. There are quite a number of them, and there are different systems which operate different burners. Some of them he can operate manually himself, others he can operate from inside the gondola, and others will work automatically because we have an autopilot. We've done it a few times before. The only balloons that have flown successfully around the world were built here in Bristol for Breitling and for a guy called Steve Fawcett, an American. And Steve Fawcett took off on the solo flight from Northam in Australia, and that's where Fedor is going to launch from as well.
Fedor will spend most of his time in this gondola. It will house the balloon's control systems, oxygen supplies, navigation, somewhere to sleep, food, and of course a first aid kit.
No, it took a little longer than our typical balloons. We've been working on it for the best part of a year. It took so long because much of the material was on special order. It's not standard material, so it had to be made for us, and we had to wait until it arrived. I know everyone calls them hot air balloons. It's not. It's actually called a Rosier balloon after Pilar de Rosier, who invented it in 1785. But he used hydrogen, we use helium. It's a gas balloon. It gets its lift from helium, which is lighter than air. And during the day, the sun warms the helium and helps it maintain altitude. At night, when the sun goes in, we use the burners simply to replace the solar heat.
Fedor will become the second person to fly a hot air balloon around the world, and he's hoping to smash the record in just 10 days. Do you think you will do this record attempt? Do you think you can beat the current record at the moment?
Ты думаешь, что сможешь побить рекорд Стива Фоссета?
Но я к этому не стремлюсь. Я стремлюсь, чтобы с первой попытки облететь вокруг света. Значит, вот это и будет рекорд для меня. Потом я сам хочу увидеть нашу Землю с высоты.
My plan is to fly around the world solo from the first attempt. That is my record. And plus, I would like to see our Earth from 10,000 meters flying in this gondola.
Fedor hopes to start and finish his world record attempt in Australia, and if you want to track and see how well he's getting on, then you can get regular updates on the Cameron Balloons website. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see if he can do it.